It's okay to dream bigger. It's totally okay to think bigger, want more. I think a lot of people judge that. People judge themselves for wanting more, and then they judge other people for having the things that perhaps they also want secretly.
Hey, my name's Solera. Be sure to watch this video until the end so that you can learn about how a billionaire thinks, his struggles, and what you can learn from his experience.
I had met a billionaire a couple of weeks ago before I came to France. My cousin introduced me to him because they're friends. It was such a surprise to meet someone who has this sort of relentless drive. Like most of us, when we are motivated to achieve something, we're not motivated all the time. But this guy is motivated all the time. And it's like compounding interest, right? Because he can be so consistently motivated. It's like the money just adds up. And I find that very interesting because I'm not motivated all the time. I don't know too many people who's motivated every single day. We went out on this private boat, which he paid for. He went on the first day with us, and then the next time we went, he just stayed back at the hotel working. Just so disciplined, even though technically he's on vacation. For him, work is work, and there's just this relentlessness. I channeled for him as a friend because we were all just sitting there by the swimming pool. And I was like, wow, the part of you that's happy, loving, accepting of yourself is only 2%. And the part of him that's the ego, the guy that's chasing after success, it's like 98%. That's quite an extreme example. I think most of us are not like 2 versus 98%. Maybe you're 80% happy and maybe 20% you have something to work on. I don't know. But 2% in terms of happiness is very low, right? Like I would say this person is very poor in his happiness because happiness tank is like this is little and the money tank is very big. It's important to have a little bit of balance, right? You don't just want to be a monk, live in a cave. You want to work, be successful, and then still be able to live a happy life, hopefully. I asked him, you're already so rich, why do you make money? He basically said, for ranking the Forbes list. I was like, okay, well, that's not a concern that most of us have, right? But having talked to him, it gave me actually a deeper sense of gratitude because I thought, I'm rich in happiness. I'm rich in freedom because I asked him, do you feel free? It was like, no. Do you feel peace? Peace? No. Do you feel happy? That's also a no. If someone like him has everything, but still not happy, and I guess it's true that money can't buy happiness, right? I think money buys a lot of conveniences for sure. He buys other people's happiness. He bought the trip and we were all very happy. So I'm grateful for his abundance that I got to enjoy. I remember he complained about the first boat that we went on, which was to him a little bit tight for the 20 of us. Keep in mind, I still have 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom downstairs and upper deck. And then his daughter was like, oh, Dad, can you please get a bigger boat next time? He was like, yeah, I know. That's how I feel. He didn't yell at her. He was just like, yeah, that's how I feel. I thought, wow, that's such a different way of parenting. My mom definitely would have yelled at me if I had complained about something like that. But for him, it was like, of course my kid is entitled to complain about the boat because I also think it's too small. And just seeing that, I was like, okay, it's okay to dream bigger. It's totally okay to think bigger, want more. I think a lot of people judge that. People judge themselves for wanting more. And then they judge other people for having the things that perhaps they also want secretly. Some people just say, oh, I don't want that much money. I just want to have enough. A lot of people say that, right? You probably say that yourself. It's common. It's like, we just want to have enough. But for a billionaire, there's this inherent drive. I always want more. And he asked me, am I just going to be like that? Am I just born like that? And when I was channeling for him, I said, wanting more is natural. We all want more. The universe is expanding all the time. You can't help but want more. That's just how we are. I think there is a difference between wanting more and never appreciating the result of having it. It is important to appreciate what you have. You can have more, continue to strive for more, achieve more. That's totally fine. But there needs to be a connection with God, the universe, spirit, all that is, whatever you want to call that, and connect spiritually because that's really what fills the cup at the end of the day. Like, you're not going to be fulfilled just by another house, another car. It's nice to have things for a short period of time and then you get bored with it, just like most of us, right? That inner happiness comes from the connection to spirit. At least for me personally, I feel deeply happy when I'm connected to this aspect of me that is everything. God is omnipresent. So when I look out the window, I see the sky, I see birds, I see the lake, or whatever it is I'm looking at. I feel that connection that's like deep within. And without that spiritual connection, you would just be like the billionaire. You wouldn't feel satisfaction, like that ultimate deep satisfaction that I think everyone is looking for. Of course, you're like, well, but I'm not a billionaire. I don't have the satisfaction and I don't have the money. It's okay to complain a little bit. Just don't complain too much, right? I think we all have to learn to look at the glass as half full as much as we can, and then continue to strive for a better environment, better situation, a better job, a better partnership, relationship, whatever it is that you're looking for. But never forget that your true happiness is going to come from your relationship with God, the universe, and spirit. When you die, that's the only thing you have left. It's not like you can take anything to the grave with you, not even the memories. You're dead. Like, you're going to be gone. The only thing that's left is your soul, is your spirit. And your spirit is connected to God. So you might as well create that relationship with the divine now, with God now. Maybe you don't call it God. I'm pretty comfortable with the word God. I'm not of any particular religion. My family doesn't have a religion, but I believe in God. I believe in the spirit of all things that's omnipresent because I feel it all the time. And that connection is what drives me to do my work as a spiritual channel, as an advisor, spiritual advisor to people. You need to find that within yourself and not rely on like the church or the temple. No one can really give that to you. That's something that you need to start seeking. You may say, well, how do I find that? Number one is just the intention. You have to want it first. Think of something that you really, really wanted to buy. You would be very motivated to work hard to save the money for it. So having a relationship with God is also something that you have to want. So the desire has to be number one. And then the rest will start to follow. I hope this is helpful for you. I'm going to go back to eating my chocolates now before I leave Bayonne for Marseille, where I'm going to meet my private client for a retreat.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so you can get more videos just like this.